Good morning, North Texas. You found the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. You've got Andrew and John here. Good morning, John.
Morning.
Big day for us. Yesterday we had Bree on. Yes. She is one of the owners of the Azle Academy. And today we've got the other half, John. So, and you guys just got back from a trip to D.C. Y'all were there for July 4th and just got back a couple days ago?
Yeah, it was a pretty fun trip. We did lots of stuff. We saw all the things, you know. Our son, we took him there so he could do his 8th grade trip.
John,
pretty much.
Can you turn that microphone towards your mouth a little bit? Just the head of it.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so we were up there and, we took our son to see all the memorials. We saw the things. We went to Gettysburg. We did Mount Vernon. We went to Annapolis to see the Naval Academy. We were busy.
Yeah.
But we saw the things, and it was really, really cool. A lot of nice people that we met.
Excellent. Excellent. Glad you guys made it back and had a great time. We've got some segments for you guys. This is a quick 20-minute episode that we get you up to date with what's going on around you here, kind of Fort Worth and then spanning out, starting with our weather. 90 degrees today for a high, 74 for a low. Doesn't look like we have a whole lot of rain, but who knows? 24% chance is what it says here. 92 degrees for a high Wednesday, 72 for a low, also 24%. Thursday, 94 for a high, 75 for a low. Friday, 93 and 75 for a low. Saturday, 91, 74 for a low. And Sunday, 90 and 74 for a low. It doesn't look like there's a lot of precipitation in this weather report, but I just almost consistently every day it's wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Last week it was like there's no rain in the forecast, and then we had, record-breaking flooding, so whatever. All right, let's get into National Day of. These get more ridiculous every day. Today is National Video Game Day. That's going to make a lot of dads happy, I think. There's a lot of it's a weird change in society. I don't remember my dad ever picking up a video game controller, but these 40-year-old fathers of three, they all play video games now. Yeah.
They do that stuff, and I don't do that stuff, so it's weird.
I don't have time for it. I wish I did. I do enjoy video games, but man, it's been a decade since I picked up a controller. Math 2.0 Day, National Blueberry Day. Stop me if any of these sound good to you, John.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
My son eats maybe 2 tons of blueberries per week.
Okay.
So that may be a big deal.
Let's get into it for Gatlin. National Blueberry Day, July 8th. National Blueberry Day is on July 8th. We are celebrating this day to spread information about the health benefits of blueberries. The holiday is dedicated to our favorite tasty nutrient-packed, fiber-rich, and antioxidant-rich fruit. Blueberries are also loaded with numerous benefits for the health and wellness of our bodies. The tasty fruit is something that we all need on a hot, dry day to keep us feeling refreshed. The delicious, juicy inside of the berry explodes inside of our mouths with a tasty flavor that we always love. So let us enjoy this day by learning more about this fruit and its health benefits. Whoopee for blueberries. I added that last part. Okay. So yeah, find a way to incorporate blueberries into your meal plan today. This day in history, let's see here. 1853, Perry lands in Japan. What is this? A closed country reluctantly opens for a persistent visitor. Bearing a treaty of trade from U.S. President Fillmore, Commander Matthew Perry enters Japanese waters, steaming his black ships towards Edo, the capital city of a country closed to the outside world. For more than 200 years, this first contact will lead to further gunboat diplomacy. 1947, the Roswell incident. Papers report a peculiar crash in New Mexico desert. Newspapers report the capture of a flying saucer at a ranch near the town of Roswell and question the U.S. military story about the crash of a weather balloon. In the 1990s, the military will finally reveal that a top-secret nuclear test monitoring balloon was recovered at the site. And that's why it was such a big secret. Okay. 1994. North Korea's dictator dies and his son takes over this day in history. After ruling as North Korea's supreme leader for 46 years, Kim Il-sung dies and his son takes the reins of power in the East Asian nation. Kim Jong-il's rule will be marked by a pervasive cult of personality, a devastating famine, nuclear arms development, and increasing isolation. Yeah, North Korea. That's a whole thing. I don't know. We could, there's a lot to talk about there. There's also not a lot to say about it. It's a poor country, and they like to talk a lot of smack.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that in this day, in this time, that just because you have a son, he gets to take over.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not like the family fortune.
Yeah.
It's the country. And
Yeah.
there's people involved.
Not everybody likes to vote. I mean, why don't you just steal the election like everybody else? That's the way to do it. All right, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get rough. Michigan man dead after firing at U.S. Border Patrol station in South Texas. TexasTribune.org. It's kind of a wild story. Thought everybody needed to hear about it, I guess. A Michigan man is dead after opening fire on a U.S. Border Patrol station in McAllen early Monday morning, injuring 3 people, including one McAllen police officer. McAllen police respond to the scene shortly after 6 a.m., where the shooter, Ryan Lewis Mosqueda, believed to be 27 or 28 years old, attacked the federal building with an assault rifle. U.S. Border Patrol agents returned fire, killing the suspect. Ismael Garcia, a 10-year veteran with the McAllen police who responded to the scene, was struck in the knee during the shootout and is in recovery. Chief Victor Rodriguez said during a news conference Monday. Another officer, one Border Patrol employee, were also injured during the assault, according to a statement issued by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. They sustained those injuries from inside the building as bullets shattered the windows, sending shards of glass flying, Rodriguez said. The story continues. You can find the rest of it at TexasTribune.org. Annual National Day of the Cowboy, FWTX.com. The story is by the Fort Worth Magazine, written by the FWTX staff. On July 26th, the stockyards come alive with a vibrant celebration of tradition, music, and community spirit. Every July, something sacred stirs in the streets of Fort Worth. It isn't just the midday rumble of longhorn hooves or the flash of silver belt buckles catching the Texas sun. Let's see here. On Saturday, July 26th, the Fort Worth Stockyards will once again throw open its gates and roll out the welcome mat for the 19th annual National Day of the American Cowboy. A day-long citywide roundup of parades, rodeos, poetry, and plain old cowboy grit. Excuse me, this morning I can't get my throat clear. From 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., the Stockyards will host a sprawling celebration that pays tribute to the cowboys and cowgirls who helped build Texas and the ones still riding strong. The story continues. A lot of history included in this article. You guys can find it on FWTX.com. And again, that is on July 26th. So you got some time to make some plans for that and go buy yourself a Stetson. All right, we're looking for updates. I don't know if you guys spent all day thinking about this. I know I did, but it got worse. Death toll continues to rise, and I was talking to John about this a minute ago. It's going to continue to rise. It's a big river, a lot of water. Here's how Tarrant County residents can help support Central Texas flood victims. Saw another article, I think yesterday, right before I went to bed. I think the death toll's up to 108.
Holy cow.
Something like that. Yesterday, whenever we read off information about the flood, I think we were sitting around 80. But yeah, it's going to keep going up. Fort Worth and Tarrant County residents are stepping up to help victims of the Central Texas floods. The Fort Worth report gathered a few of the Tarrant County resident-led efforts to help people affected by the Kerrville flood. If you own a business or lead an organization helping, fill out this form. It's a clickable link, and we may add your effort to this list. And I need to pull up the fire departments as well, because they've got drop-off locations at Fort Worth Fire Departments, I think, until Friday. Fire departments help. 17 Fort Worth firefighters traveled to Central Texas to help with rescue and recovery efforts, according to a social media post from the department. Our hearts are broken as we attempt to process the magnitude of this tragedy, the post said. Our prayers go out to all those affected by the disaster, to the victims, the families of the missing, and the countless first responders working tirelessly around the clock. He said that somebody lost a fire chief down there.
That's a little news story we saw yesterday. I forget the name of the town, but he was responding by himself in a command vehicle, apparently. And he got washed away, and they didn't find him yet. All they found was the remnants of the vehicle, and it was pretty bad.
Looking pretty rough, yeah.
Yep.
The Arlington Fire Department has also sent crews and resources to the area to offer support, including by helping with rescue efforts. Let's see here. I'm trying to find some drop-off locations. Let's see. Local restaurants, fundraisers. I tell you what, thank you very much, Fort Worth Report. I'm going to hop on over to Facebook real quick. I know that the Fort Worth Fire Department did a really good job of organizing some drop-off locations for supplies that you guys can send. Here we go, donation drive. Make sure this is the right one. This was 13 hours ago from the Fort Worth Police Department. I'm on the wrong page, but let's read it anyway. As many celebrated the past weekend with cook-offs and fireworks for Independence Day, some of our fellow Texans had a very different and devastating experience. All right, a list of items has been requested. Fort Worth Police and Fire Department are now asking for our community's help and support by donating to those people in need. By donating any of these items, we can make a difference. I'm looking for a drop-off location. Okay, here's some drop-off locations, and this looks like what I saw on the fire department's page. Here's what they're looking for. Hygiene supplies, non-perishable items, shovels, brooms, trash bags, baby wipes, diapers all sizes, bleach bottles, and socks. Drop-off locations in the south, 3501 West Risinger Road, Central, 1289 Hemp Hill Street. On the east side, 1100 Nashville Avenue. West, 3532 Joyce Drive. Northwest, 4651 North Main Street. North, 8755 North Riverside Drive. And the Fort Worth Police Department headquarters on 505 West Felix Street. And any local Fort Worth Fire Department station. This is from now until July 11th. That's this Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. only. So I'll read that list off one more time. If you can pick up these items, or if you got some that you can drop off that are in really good shape or brand new and you just got them sitting there. Hygiene supplies, non-perishable items, shovels, brooms, trash bags, baby wipes, diapers, bleach bottles, and socks. Any Fort Worth Fire Department station or the addresses that I just read off. So I was telling John before we got into this this morning that one of the things that's getting me choked up is just seeing the overwhelming support that we've had from our neighbors and different organizations, and it's been incredible.
Yeah, it's good. It's, when these disasters happen, they're tragic, of course, but the way some people get through them, the way I like to get through them is to look for the good in the tragedy, right?
Yeah.
We want to keep all those people in our prayers, but we've got the people that are stepping up to help, the people that don't know what to do, that are going to these drop-off locations, and I don't know if I could dig somebody out, but I can support them with a shovel.
Right.
I know where I can get baby wipes.
Yeah.
Things like that. And Texas is a great place. It's a great community. Fort Worth and the surrounding areas. This is the Texas and Southern hospitality that we talk about.
Yeah.
And helping your brother, helping your neighbor.
Well,
this is when we see it.
And our fire department and police department have been very hands-on with national disasters. Flint, Michigan, when their drinking water got contaminated. I want to say it was our police department. Might have been fire department. But anyway, packed up a couple of 18-wheelers with bottled water and sent it up there. And they sent officers with them to unload the truck once they got there. And they caught a rash of negativity whenever they returned. People are like, well, our tax dollars go into this? Hey, we're helping out our community.
Yeah.
And that neighborly stuff, if we had more of that, there'd be a lot less anger and violence inside of our community if people just got behind that, I feel like.
Oh, I agree. And these guys and gals out here in the police and fire departments, they signed up to help. That's why they're there.
Yeah.
And they get negative press a lot for different things, but it's not their fault, and when they get an opportunity to help, they know that's why they're there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good day for a first responder, I would think, when they actually get to do the good part of the job.
Absolutely.
Rather than just having to put up with crazy people. All right, goodnewsnetwork.org. It's your good news story of the day. Don't mess with a motorcycle guy's daughter, I think is the summary here. 1,500 bikers show up to escort bullied teen to prom in spectacular British convoy. Somebody got onto me the other day. It's like, your good news stories are, they're UK based. I'm like, yeah, it's still a good news story. Doesn't matter. I'll find good news stories. And they cover stuff all over. So they get US news as well. But anyway, yeah, this one happened overseas. Girl says, I don't feel alone. anymore. More than 1,000 motorcycle riders answered the call to escort a bullied teenager to his prom. Oh, that's my fault. I kept saying this young girl. Anyway, not a girl. Bullied teenager to his prom, forming a spectacular convoy. As a result, Josh Duff made an incredible entrance, arriving to his prom last week. According to SWNS news agency, the 16-year-old from Sweden, England, had been struggling at school after not fitting in due to learning difficulties. So his motorcycle-loving dad, Craig, sought support from a local biker group to cheer up his son. The family was overwhelmed, and Josh was over the moon. When around 1,500 compassionate bikers showed up wearing a one-of-a-kind black suit made by his mom, Josh said, "I never in my wildest dreams imagined this many bikers would be in one place for one person. It's insane. I'm still in shock. I used to say I felt alone, but I don't feel that way anymore." Pretty cool picture of all these motorcycles and people supporting. Cool. It is fun to get a bunch of motorcycles together for any kind of charity event.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Do you ride?
No.
Okay. I think me and Megan have decided we're probably going to get rid of our bikes. It's just gotten so wild out there. I mean, It's always been crazy. I think I'm probably just catching up to the fact that it's insane to ride a motorcycle. Especially around, like the DFW area. But
it's crazy on the roadways. I get nervous driving my truck around. Just
being
on a motorcycle.
Just in a four-wheeled vehicle with a metal cage around you is dangerous enough.
And that's cool to see, though. All those people getting together for a good cause.
Yeah, and it's not about whether or not you're as a rider, if you're competent enough in what you're doing. It's about the crazy people around you. That's the dangerous part. Yeah, I'm pretty good on two wheels, but I can't control what's happening behind me at 90 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
And both of the accidents that I've been in 2 motorcycle accidents. Neither one of them were my fault. First one, I got a ticket for it because they said I was failure to maintain control of vehicle. But what happened is the lady in front of me, which was 2 car lengths ahead, slammed on her brakes, and I went right under her bumper, broke my leg. The second one, though, was right out here in Azle off of... what's the road that comes off the dam by the gas station?
10 Mile Bridge.
Yeah.
Wells Burnett.
Wells Burnett. Yeah. And I'm sitting there. There's a yield sign. I'm waiting for traffic to clear so I can take my right-hand turn onto 199. And this truck, who I watched him come to a full stop, so I took my eyes off of him, and now I'm back looking at traffic. And he comes up and he hits me and pushes me into traffic. And I get off my bike, and it's on the ground now. And I look at him, and he gets out, and he says, "Man, I'm so sorry. I did not see you there. I'm directly in front of him. It was middle of the day. I'm on a big Harley."
Yeah.
So anyway, it's dangerous out there, and I see you guys running around on 2 wheels doing all sorts of stupid stuff. You better be careful. I hear the EMS guys call those folks organ donors.
I think they refer to them as donor cycles.
Donor cycles? Yeah. Be careful out there. Keep the shiny side up.
Yeah, keep it upright.
All right. Well, we are here today, like we are every Monday through Thursday, at the Azle Academy. You can find them online at theazleacademy.org. And I saw something on one of the walls this morning. You guys do tutoring as well. Math, science, reading.
That is correct. Anything.
Yeah.
We do all the tutoring. So if you need help on a subject, but we also, like if a parent comes in and says, "My child's in 3rd grade, but they're on like an 8th grade level, can you do something for them?" And that's our enrichment side.
Awesome.
So we can take them wherever they're at. We can take them higher. We can give them that challenge that they need.
Yeah. When I'm telling people about the Azle Academy, the thing that I want to say probably the first week, I'm like, look, love and respect to all of our educators out there. You guys are doing the Lord's work, but you need more than what our public schools offer. And if you're not going to use the Azle Music Academy for tutoring or expanding your youth's mind, you got to get them into something, because public school is just simply not enough. And Azle, you've got a great solution right here. Fort Worth, surrounding communities, it's not that far of a drive for you guys either. But they've got a little bit of everything for you guys. It's a great way to expand your kid's mind and get them exposed to something other than just public school education. That pretty good way to put it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants their child to be better than them.
Right.
This is the opportunity. We've got people here that can do that, And again, we love the public school system. Our child goes to the public school system.
Right.
We support it 100%. But they have to, deliver a program to everybody. And here, we don't.
Right.
We can deliver a program to just your child and make it perfect for them.
Right.
So that's what we get to do. That's what you get when you come here.
I think you need it. I think you got to have it. So, all right, folks, if you got any kind of news story that you want us to cover, and I know that like yesterday and today, we've been hyper focused on the flood. I was telling John as I'm looking through news stories this morning, I'm trying to find other news stories for you, but there's so much about the flood here in Texas, and it's hard for me to turn away from that. So I'm trying not to overload you with that information, but it's just, this is one of those events that we're going to be talking about for the next couple of decades. So, but yeah, if you have anything that you want to get to us, send us an email, media@fortworthroots.com. Please make it an audio file of you talking about either a news story or an upcoming event or your business. If you got an event happening at your business and you want us to talk about it, we're here to support you. So media@fortworthroots.com, or you can go to our Instagram, Fort Worth Roots, and go to a little messenger thingy, hit the microphone, say what you need to say, and we will play that recording on the show. That is Fort Worth Roots. John, you got anything else for these folks before we let them go?
No, I mean, go down to the Fort Worth Police Fire Department, donate. That's the best way to help. Don't drive down there. Go to the fire department of Fort Worth, right?
Yeah.
That's where they need your help.
Yeah, they don't need more people down there.
Yeah, it actually causes more of a problem because it's more people to keep track of that aren't trained in the command system and things like that. But yeah, that's how you can help. Please go do that and keep everybody in your prayers down there, those families. And keep your two-wheel bike upright.
John, man, thank you so much. We love doing the morning show here.
I'm glad you like it. We love
you guys have been great. Y'all see the setup that they've put together for us here, and they made a digital ad for us at the front of the building as you walk into the foyer with Fort Worth Roots logo on it. And they've just been very accommodating and super supportive. And so, John, thank you. Bree, thank you. James, everybody here at the Azle Academy, thank y'all for letting us do this here.
Yeah, absolutely. We love having you guys here. Awesome. This is a big family at the Academy. That's what we try to make it. So, welcome yourself in.
Oh, hey, and did Bree tell you that some of your kids from the Academy are listening to the show, and they came up, based off of a conversation me and James were having, they came up with a new band name?
Uh-oh.
Did you hear about this?
No.
The name of it? And Bree told me she was going to be here and we were going to talk about it, but they came up with the name either Panic Picnic or Picnic Panic based off of a conversation we had on the show because they're listening to the show. So thank you to all of our new listeners. I appreciate it.
Heck yeah, this is cool. We're going to grow this thing. It's going to be bigger than
Absolutely.
ever. We have fun with it. I can't wait to get the band going so you can see that and all the listeners can hear them. They're going to be pretty cool.
I know you're busy, but I'd love to have you on just anytime you can squeeze a few minutes out of your morning.
I'll be here now and then.
All right, folks, as you ride through outer space on the back of a giant sea turtle, we hope that you'll choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Till tomorrow, folks, good day. She got that soul,